The Detroit Pistons are absolutely failing Cade Cunningham. In the game where he finished with a career-high 43 points on an absurd 77% true shooting, the team still finds a way to lose. They go down to the Hawks 124-130 to make it 24 consecutive losses, just 2 shy of the single-season record. The fact that the Hawks had lost 6 of 7 games coming into this one, and the Pistons got a Cade masterclass and still lost is just straight up embarrassing. Some discourse had started to pop up online recently that Cade was not a winning player, a poor decision maker, and a large reason for the team's historic slide. I'd even seen some go as far as to say that he simply isn't a good player. However, all of those opinions are ridiculous. This might be the worst situation that an elite draft talent has been dropped into in NBA history. The team might have found a way to have negative spacing, as Cade is surrounded by 2 big lineups, guards who can't shoot, and wings who can't either. They do have one great shooter in Bojan Bogdanovic, who just returned from injury, but outside of that, your most proven and reliable shooter is likely Alec Burks, who is shooting just 35% from 3 this season. The team is horribly constructed and horribly coached, and Cade is obviously not the problem in Detroit. The coaching staff is comprised of Monty Williams, who seems to have been carried by Chris Paul in Phoenix and is now one of the highest paid coaches ever for some unknown reason, and Stephen Silas, who was the coach for some of the least organized teams we've ever seen with the Rockets. The team is a complete mess, and it's not Cade's fault. The Pistons are failing Cade Cunningham. Now let's take a deeper look. Before we get into the horrible situation in Detroit, if you enjoy my content and watch a few videos of mine, think about subscribing. 96% of my viewers are actually not subscribed, so if you watched it before and enjoy the content, drop a sub and comment down below. It really helps the channel. Despite Cade Cunningham putting on a show with a career-best 43 points, the Detroit Pistons couldn't catch a break. Cade was on fire, dishing out 7 assists and grabbing 5 rebounds, shooting an impressive 16 for 24 in 44 minutes. Bojan Bogdanovic also brought his A-game with 25 points, including 5 threes on 9 for 17 shooting. But you know how it goes, sometimes the numbers don't tell the whole story. The Pistons just couldn't shake off the Hawks, who rained down 3-pointers like it was nothing. The Hawks nailed 9 out of 12 attempts in the first quarter and 7 of 16 in the fourth, sealing the deal with a 130-124 victory. Sure, the Pistons fought back, chipping away at separate 16-point deficits in the second and third quarters, showing signs of life after some rough games. They managed to cut it down to 6 points, but keeping that momentum proved to be a tough ask. So despite Cade and Bojan's heroics, the Pistons couldn't break their streak, making it a tough loss and extending their franchise worst run to 24 games. Detroit's struggles extended to the free throw line, where they shot 19 for 27, but they managed to bounce back with a solid performance from behind the arc, hitting 9 of 22 attempts at a rate of 41%. In a nail-biter with just over a minute left, James Wiseman's missed free throws dashed any hopes of a comeback. Compounding their challenges, the Pistons were missing key players. Isaiah Stewart sat out his second consecutive game due to a shoulder sprain, while Killian Hayes was sidelined for the second time this season with an illness. Williams made adjustments to the starting lineup, replacing Hayes with Jaden Ivey, who joined Cunningham, Bogdanovic, Ausar Thompson, and Marvin Bagley III. It's just a bad starting lineup. The Pistons are 2 consecutive losses away from tying the NBA's longest single-season losing streak of 26 games, set by the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2011 and tied by the Sixers in 2014. Detroit will return home to host the underwhelming Utah Jazz on Thursday, which could be their best shot at ending this horrific streak. But don't make any doubt about it, the Pistons are failing Cade Cunningham. Thanks for watching. I'm Herm. Have a good one.